That's the thing I really like about the lever action. Not only is it really an accurate firearm, but it also allows him to take that next shot without having to leave his rest.
Well, hello and welcome to Outdoor Oklahoma. I'm Todd Craighead. Hunter education is at the heart of what we do here at the Wildlife Department. And although safe gun handling is an essential part of the course, it's not the only focus. That's because the goal of the program is not to just make you safe with guns, but also to equip you with knowledge and skills to help make you a competent and successful hunter as well. So other subjects like wildlife management and identification and even survival are all vital parts of the curriculum. We offer two different ways to become certified here in Oklahoma, either an online class or in-person classes like this one here today. The course is free and certainly not just limited to younger hunters. Find out more about who is required and course options at wildlifedepartment.com. A wildlife department that values making hunters as safe and effective as possible. Just another reason to love Oklahoma and the adventures that await you.
We're feeding cows. I'm fixing to put this hay ring over it. I'm Jancy Rippetoe and I'm from Willow, Oklahoma, and some of my hobbies are hunting, showing pigs, softball, cheerleading, and other school clubs. And I also like shopping and hanging out with my friends and spending time with my dad. I really enjoy deer hunting. I've been hunting since I could walk, and it's just a family tradition. My whole family hunts. I started hunting with my dad, and I hunt by myself now, and it's my favorite thing to do outside. Tomorrow is opening day, rifle season. Something I always look forward to, especially when November hits. I know opening day's on its way, so I always look forward to it. Hunting is almost like a sport, you know. Bringing home a trophy buck is the same thing as winning a tournament. So that's one of the things that makes it fun. And then I just enjoy being outside. There's always that fear of, you know, your deer getting spooked, them seeing something and running off or jumping your bullet. You know, there's always the fear of you missing. I think that's my greatest fear when I'm hunting. But other than that, I don't have any other fears when I hunt. Okay, I think I'm done. Hey, Dad, do you want me to do the insides too? Yeah. Back in the day when my grandpa hunted, if you saw a deer, you were considered lucky, much less if you shot one, then you were amazing if you shot a deer. But same thing with my dad, the deer were scarce when my dad was a kid. You shoot a 6-point and they considered that a big deer back in the day. But now there's deer everywhere. You can't even drive down the road without seeing 5. So the deer have changed over the years. Okay, we're gonna go pull this card on this feeder and pull the card on the camera and see if there's corn and see if there's something on camera, because tomorrow's opening day and I hope that we can score a big buck. So some of my highlights are looking back at the first deer that I ever killed. Even though it was when I was 12, I still look back at it every time I hunt. I just hope that we see something big in the morning and that I bring home a big buck. So hopefully to make them proud, that's what I would tell them. Sorry, how much you want in it? It's my job. Dad doesn't get out of the pickup to open his own gate when I'm with him. It's been my job since I could walk, because he doesn't think he should have to do that. I grew up feeding cows with him, filling feeders, hunting with him. We fished a little bit when I was little.
Water, irrigation.
Doing irrigation, and then just riding on the tractor with him, wheat harvest, peanuts, all of it. So. Just one. The wind, it kind of sucks. You never know when it's gonna be blowing, and when it does, it's like a hurricane. Dad, I can't get this screw in. We're gonna change this card and this camera. I came and pulled it last night so we could see kind of what was here, and we're gonna change it again and see what showed up last night after I left and this morning. Okay, that's a good one. He's gone all up and down it. Yep. Well, I just walked up on this one after looking at that little tree, and this one is even bigger than that one we just looked at, so I'm really excited for tomorrow because I don't think a little buck can make a scrape this big. So you don't want to be messing around here too much, especially since opening morning is tomorrow, because deer aren't too stupid. If you're in here too much, there could be times where they feel like it's not safe to come out and they won't want to come out. And we're going to be out here in the morning, so we don't want to jinx us and have nothing show up at the feeder in the morning. So. I can see it better now. Okay. Why do we sight in my gun? Yeah. We sight them in every year to make sure that those scopes are still on before we go hunting, because you'd hate to get out there and your scope be off and you have your crosshairs lined up where you think you're gonna hit it and something happen and you totally miss. So it's really important that you sight in your gun. I'm very confident looking at this sack. I feel pretty good about my shot. Really good. You have to fill your feeders. A bunch of people do cameras. You like to scout and see what's there. Sighting in, getting yourself ready, but the actual hunt is kind of just a sit and wait kind of game to see what comes out. So I'd say there's more prep than the actual hunt, yes. What you're gonna look for is you don't wanna shoot something that appears to be young. If he could grow to be a little bigger in the next few seasons, you wanna shoot something that, like I said, mature, something older, something bigger that you think would be better than taking a shot at than a younger deer. That is me showing at Kansas City last year. Well, we raised this pig, and actually something funny is he was outside. He wasn't even in the show barn for a long time, and we went to load them all up to take them to the butcher shop, and we decided we should maybe keep him, just keep him, and he ended up being reserve grand at the Kansas City show last year. That means that you're the second best pig there. There was probably 550, 600 head there. We've seen 2 smaller bucks and several does at the feeder and out here in this field.
target deer. He came out to just to the right of us. And before I could get my gun out the window and get it loaded, he took off chasing a doe that way. So we're watching him to see if he might come back so we can get a shot on him.
We saw a really good buck earlier, but unfortunately I didn't get a shot in on him, so we're gonna come back this evening and hope that that same deer shows up.
Do what you want.
This morning we saw a really good buck, but unfortunately we didn't get a shot in on him. So we're back in the same spot, and we're really hoping that that same deer shows up so I can get a shot on him.
I'ma fund me, I'ma do the best that I can, cause I'm a go-getter, trendsetter, spending on my own cheddar. I'ma never settle, I'm ahead of the game. Do what you want, you ain't gotta explain, keep yourself focused on your own lane. Do what you want, do what you want. All my ladies from all over the world, now's the time to feel heard. Show up all your asses, lay down what you deserve. Let them see your strength by embracing all your flaws. You don't gotta change who you are. I wear what I want and I speak the truth. I swear these guys can handle it when I be bringing fire to the booth. Man, I switch my nail color just to match my hair color. I'll be in my large shades just to keep myself covered. Short skirts, new taste, pulling up my thigh boots. You know when I'm stepping, I be always looking so cute. If I know you, doesn't mean I gotta show I know you. Do what you want, I'ma tell you, do what you want.
Back.
Not bad. Yeah. 9.
He's talking to you.
Me first? I think it's really cool that all 3 generations are here to see this deer that I just shot. Having my grandpa and my dad here means a lot to me.
Well, I think she's a pretty good shot. That's all I know for sure. And got her a nice deer. I don't know. I'd have probably been more ecstatic than she is, I'll guarantee you.
Just thankful we can raise our kids in this environment.
Thank you. Thanks, Paul. Okay, so I'm here at 96.5, the radio station, to do my follow-up report on my deer that I killed. I was fortunate enough to get out of school. My principal was very happy with what I was coming to do, which he's very happy because it'll help me with college applications and stuff. And I believe my dad, grandpa, and Marcus are all waiting on me, so let's go.
Do we have a room full of people here and a show for you today? But right now, the weather is currently 58 degrees. Humidity's 35, the wind's out of southwest at 11, gusting to 14 miles an hour. And today, live in the studio, I have a big crew here. First of all, I have Jancy Rippetoe, her grandpa, Gary Rippetoe, and then there's Chad. Jancy's dad, Chad Rippetoe, in here, and I got Marcus Thibidoeu, my favorite person from the French Quarters, and also from the Oklahoma Wildlife Department, I have Darren Hill in here. He is the Information and Education Specialist for the Wildlife Department. Did I get that right, Darren?
Got it right.
He does all the production. Jancy, thanks for coming back in. If you guys don't remember, she's my partner in crime on the radio station. How's things going with you?
It's going really good. How about yourself?
I'm going good. I'm just excited. I got three of you guys in here. The Rippetoes. Marcus, this is quite a deal you put on.
I try.
You try?
Thibidoeu's not quite as common as Rippetoe, but it might be a close second. The history of the white-tailed deer in western Oklahoma used to be a rarity on the landscape. Used to be almost non-existent. And then through habitat management and restoration, it's developed now to where it's almost a problem, or it is a problem for farmers. And so this Rippetoe family, we got 3 generations of seeing the history of this play out, from being a rarity on the landscape to being, a pretty cool thing that wasn't an issue, to where now Jancy's inheriting kind of something that she's going to have to plan into farming and ranching.
Deal with.
Yeah. People look at this crop depredation and see it as a huge problem, and this family saw it as an opportunity to introduce kids to hunting and get them on deer, and got to hunt today. So
It's a youth draw deal. It's basically kids that are not fortunate enough to have the land that we have put together. And we kicked it around. I said, yeah, sure. And with the first group that came, it was a big deal. This is the second year we've done it. I'm going to say amongst what me and my dad have there, where we've let them hunt, in the last 2 years, we've probably harvested 80 to 100, maybe does. And this will be the last group today and tomorrow. I believe Darren said there would be 6, maybe have 3 or 4, 3 show up, maybe an extra. So we always accommodate. If little sister shows up, we're going to make sure that she's got a blind to go get in with mom or dad, or, whoever, Jancy. If she wasn't going to be gone this evening, she'd probably take one of them. But we just want to accommodate them kids and let them enjoy what we get to enjoy.
I know back in the 80s, does away from the North Fork Red River was, you didn't even think about shooting those does. And there was no, because they were a rarity. And now it's just crazy.
Well, and even when we had the drought in 2010 and stuff like that, deer populations took a dive, and so that management of restricting some of the doe harvest and things like that, it took place, and we've bounced back from that because with good management, if you can continue that over the long term, you're going to see the results of it. Unfortunately for people farming, they're kind of taking a beating on good management, but so we're evolving it, right? We're making the best out of a bad situation. Like Chad has said, it's starting to help. And so it's just going to take consistently doing it and getting more people involved in doing it.
Time. How'd this hunt come about? How'd this show come about? What happened?
Well, I think from what Dad told me, Marcus actually heard me on the show with you, and somebody ended up contacting Dad and asking if I would be interested in hunting on the show Outdoor Oklahoma with Darren. So that's really how this whole thing started.
Oh, well, good. Thanks, Marcus.
The first day, Darren and Marcus came the day before opening day, and we went out. Rifle season, yes. And we went out, and they filmed me filling the feeder, cleaning up the stand, and really just preparing to go hunting the next morning.
Right.
I woke up at, I think, 4:45, opening morning of rifle season. So we were in the stand before daylight. Dad ended up picking us up from that morning hunt because I didn't kill anything, and he took us to eat at the Carter Cafe, and we ended up going home. And I went to the pig barn and worked hogs, and then we got back in the pickup and went and hunted that evening.
You sent me a picture of the deer when you got it, and I was excited for you. How exciting was that to be filmed and hunt? Did it change? Well, obviously you got a deer, so you weren't nervous. You're not a nervous person anymore.
Oh, no. I was a little nervous when I pulled the trigger, not going to lie.
But was that because of the filming, or was it buck fever?
I feel like it was the filming. Yes. There was this thought going through my mind, what if I miss on camera? That was what was going through my mind.
I guess that would be a pretty good thought.
If anybody wants to get involved in a youth hunt program like we've been talking about, they can just reach out to the wildlife department. Those people that work private lands for the Department of Wildlife, they'll be the ones that'll get it all squared away and everything like that. So.
And you can reach them at the headquarters.
Yeah, just call the main headquarters office and they'll get you to where you need to be. And that's why these hunts are so important. You know, talking about all these memories that they've had and the enjoying it and stuff. It's pretty new to their family, right? They said that they didn't really start killing big deer till 93, things like that. And now it's something they do every year. And to be able to introduce kids into those traditions of being outdoors in the wildlife, it goes a long ways.
Yep.
The day Jancy killed her deer, I didn't carry a gun. I was behind the house watching, and she texted me, said, hey, she got him killed. Well, I met Paul on the road. Well, he jumps out, sends Nelda on home. He goes with me, and which Darren got some footage of it, but we was fortunate enough we got to go pick the deer up.
Right.
So it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've even got some good pictures of Darren and Jancy. So.
And I'd seen that deer over there by the highway 2 or 3 times and told them he was over there. So, and they got lucky, but that's how that kind of come about. So.
Yep. And it was a really nice deer.
Yeah.
I was happy with them.
Oh, I could tell. But you're always smiling. I don't know when anything.
I smile a lot.
Yeah, so anyway, well, you're a lucky kid to be a member of the Rippetoe family.
Yes, I am.
I am so thankful for the Wildlife Department's hunter education classes. Going through a hunter education course is a great first step in becoming a hunter. And it's free, so you can't beat that. Hunter education gave me information I needed to be safe in the field while hunting. The class also helped me pass on the tradition of hunting to my own kids. And these memories in the field will last forever.
You have to work this action every time, so if you need a quick second.
Well, we hope today's stories remind you that Oklahoma is a perfect place to explore. So no matter how you choose to enjoy our state's incredible natural world, remember, your adventure starts with Outdoor Oklahoma. That'll work?
That'll work.
Okay, you can mess with that if you want. Outdoor Oklahoma is produced by the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation and is proud to serve and be funded entirely by sportsmen and women and outdoor enthusiasts who love and appreciate all things wild in the great state of Oklahoma.